You're not a good streamer if you start on time. That's what I've learned.
But what happens is what they do is they usually put the stream on, mute themselves, and just have music playing while they're getting ready.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fool's game to just start on time because people don't actually know when to show up, and then they show up, and you're like still setting up. Maybe you're still trying to get into Foundry. I've heard that happen sometimes. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Our official theme music's playing. Now we're ready to go. All right. So, let me explain, Dom. Let me explain. We were supposed to meet at least 2, maybe 3 times already, to as a group, as a council, to talk about ExtraLife 2024. I will confess that one of the times I canceled on everybody. And another time, I encouraged everyone else to cancel. But the third time, which was yesterday, y'all got too horny for robots. And then that was that, okay? So, when I heard that our meeting got canceled for a third time because you guys were horny for robots, I was like, I'm just going to do it myself, god damn it. Because that's like honestly the best motivation I could ever get, is being a little frustrated. So I was like, well, one, I was feeling better after 2 weeks of feeling like crap. So my brain was like, oh, baby, thinking, this is amazing. Being creative, I'm ready for this. So to all the naysayers out there, without any AI assistance, I was like, all right, what are we going to do here? What is the toughest published stat block for Pathfinder 2e? That's where we got to start. We got to start at the toughest published monster, because when we do ExtraLife for 5e, we always start with Tarask, right? So I was like, what do we start? Who is the toughest monster? And I remember Josh was throwing around this Tree Raiser name. Now, I don't know a lot about Pathfinder lore, so I thought Tree Raiser, and bear with me here, I thought Tree Raiser was going to be a big tree. Like, I thought maybe he was like a tree that was like really mad at everybody. So he had like sharp, like thorns. I don't know. Turns out he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex with bat wings that hates trees.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So he's a Tyrannosaurus. No, Tree Raiser is not a tree. He is a Tyrannosaurus Rex with bat wings that is also a fiend, a demon, that was so rowdy, the other demons banished him to Galarian. So the other demons were like, this Tyrannosaurus needs to get the fuck out of here. Let's send him to Galarian. It's big enough to handle him. So that's what they did. Yeah, he is like a demigod level demon lord whose home plane is now the prime material because he was banished by the other demons to Galarian. So I was like, all right, I like this. I like where this is going. Okay, so obviously Tree Raiser is going to be the bar, right? This is what we're going to aspire to. So what kind of story could there be for Tree Raiser? So I was Googling. I'm like, has there ever actually been an adventure in 2nd edition about Tree Raiser? And they're like, not yet. Not yet. Makes me wonder what they got cooking. But as far as I could tell in my own investigation, I could not find an adventure that involved Tree Raiser. Is today general scope stuff? It'll be a little spoilers. It wouldn't be like the end of the world spoilers, though. It's going to be broad strokes for sure. It's going to be broad strokes. Yeah. So, Tree Raiser has an AP in like half a year. 11 to 20 elf AP, right? Well, I'm going to beat him to the punch, as I do all the time with all this shit. So, we're doing our own Tree Raiser adventure. So then I was like, tell me more about this Tree Raiser. And they're like, he lives inside a dead mana tree. So he hates trees so much that he killed like the elves' favorite tree. And he just hollowed it out and he made it into his fortress. Which is pretty hardcore. It's pretty heavy metal. And then he made friends with everyone that hates elves and trees. So the Pathfinder version of Zugtamoy, the Pathfinder version of Loth, all that stuff. He made friends with all those people. So I'm like, this is good. Allies for the bad guy. I love it. I love it. I don't know how kobolds are going to work into this, though. We really wanted to do kobolds. You know, kobolds. How are we going to do kobolds? But then I was like, who doesn't like Tree Raiser the most? And they're like, elves. Especially this one guy. There's one elf god whose entire portfolio is hating Tree Raiser. Like, his entire dedication is hating Tree Raiser. So I was like, well, that's a start, right? But elves are, nobody wants to play elves. That's stupid. Elf AP, throw that in the trash. What else doesn't like Tree Raiser? The Green Mother. The Green Mother is the Ara big booby green girlfriend of this game. She is the patron saint of plants and fertility and prostitution and apparently Leshy. And so I was like, bingo. So we're going to have, instead of kobolds, we're going to have Leshy. And then the Leshy, why would the world turn to the Leshy to save them, right? Like, Leshy are kind of a joke, right? They're like a joke character, like a mascot. It's Tony Chopper all over again. It's a whole party of Tony Choppers. Why would you do that? Because Tree Raiser and his fungus girlfriend have developed a mind control spore so strong it even can control the gods themselves. And so he started taking over the world, spreading the spores out from his tree fortress. And then they're like, don't worry, we'll send in the Pathfinder Society. And so they sent in the Pathfinder Society, and they all got brainwashed. And then they're like, don't worry, we'll send in the Justice League version of the Pathfinder Society. And then they went in from their space station or whatever, and they got mind controlled too. And then the Caden Kalen and all them adventuring gods, they were like, don't worry, homies, the gods will save you. And they got brainwashed too. So now, the Green Lady and Edgelord Elf God, they have turned to the only champions that could possibly save the world, the Leshy. Because for some reason, the Leshy are immune to these mind control spores. And so now they're betting everything they have on, like, the Leshy succeeding. And so all the gods that haven't been compromised, Hades style, they're going to be associated with the Gashapon orbs. And we're going to do, like, little splash screens of, like, the different Galarian gods popping up and, like, you know, saying their, like, catchphrase or whatever, and then offering you, like, some Gashapon orbs that are, like, themed to them or whatever. Yeah? What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah?
Overall story, awesome.
Okay.
Reasons for Leshies, good, yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
Okay.
If we're gonna be making gachapons tied to the gods, I mean, that's a lot of work for us, but I guess we can figure that out.
I mean, honestly, we could drop that immediately if we want, because yeah, then I don't want to have to make the splash screens and all that. I just think that would be kind of cool.
I mean, it's a cool idea, but I think that's a lot of work.
It's not as cool as Caden X's idea, which was to have two groups run the adventure, and one group runs it as a 5th edition group, and one group runs it as a Pathfinder group. And then we still do the thing where they have to switch teams every now and then.
Oh, no.
And I was like, that's an amazing idea for a team of 30 people. Do you know what I mean? That is not a good idea for us. But that's a great idea. That's a super cool idea. What a way to, like, pass the torch or whatever over to this new thing. So what I'm thinking is, and I was talking to Darby about this, because Darby's got he has a very good design sense for Pathfinder. Like, he has, like, a really good idea about, like, what works in Pathfinder. I feel like you and I are still getting there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you and I are still getting there. So I definitely was, like, listening to his advice. I think that I wanted to go levels 1 to 20, which he was like, what are you doing? That's going to be a disaster. Leveling up from Leveling from 1 to 20? Are you crazy? Hear me out. Hear me out. We give them a list of playable classes. They can only play as Leshy. We take away all the all the complicated classes are off the table, and there's no free archetypes. Now here's the thing. Why are there no free archetypes? Because there's gonna be Gashapon orbs.
Yeah, Gachapons, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need no free fucking archetypes. All right. The other thing is, Path Builder exists. If you're willing to sacrifice your personal sanity and health, and a minimum of 50 United States dollars to charity to participate in this, you could afford to spend another $6 to get a Path Builder account.
You don't even need to spend that money to get the account to do it for basic stuff.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Pet.
So
you don't need to pay if you're using pets.
Perfect. So you go to Path Builder, you build, we'll say 3 characters. I think 3 characters is a good idea. You build 3 characters from level 1 to level 20, and whenever you need to import them, you just go to Path Builder and you adjust to the level it needs to be, and then you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't think that level 1 to 20 is too crazy. Like, if you did all of your leveling before the marathon, it shouldn't be a problem.
Also, with no free archetype, then it's fine, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah, and if we take away, and I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm not going to allow Alchemist, Psychic, Inventor, Gunslinger, like those 4, they're off the table right away. If you can think of any others that are...
Why not Gunslinger?
I mean, Gunslinger's not that complicated, but like, I mean, I'm kind of sick of guns. I'm kind of sick of guns, bro. Like, now I say that, but I had an idea. You've seen the design doc, right? So I had some ideas for stuff I wanted to do for it. Oh, also, shown here is the tree. This is the tree where Tree Razor lives.
So the reason why I'm saying why not Gunslinger, because one of the things ideas I have is what you call it,
like a shootout,
Helldivers type of
with
a bunch of bugs.
I like that. Now, looking at this tree, obviously it's an extra dimensional space like a TARDIS. Just looking at it, So every floor of this tree, just gonna be whatever. It's just gonna be whatever. I do want to start and end traditionally. So I signed back up for Zapiku Maps, and I used a downloader to download all 500 of their maps last night. And they have a Yggdrasil set. So they have the roots, the interior, the branches, the top of the tree, all that kind of stuff. So I do want to sprinkle like actual tree stuff in there. And I am going to make a map because I enjoyed making a map last year, the Yoshi's Grotto or whatever. So I'm going to make a map this year called the Atrina. It's like an arena inside a tree. The Atrina. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I get you. I see what you
see,
did
I
there.
took the word tree and I put it in the word arena. Okay. I just wanted to
I
make sure you got it. Okay. Now, if we were British, they were like, 3 what? 3. Why do they keep saying the number 3? That's weird. But no, it's a Trina. It's a Trina. Anyways, it's gonna be good. So that's where we could just drop all like a boss rush or something. I think we just drop a boss rush in there. Now, I want to ask, how did you feel about all the mini games last year and the swapping out DMs and things like that? How did you feel about that? Like guest DMs and
I think it's good. It also gives people a break. Over the 25 hours.
Okay.
But I don't know if we're gonna have guest DMs here because I don't know who wants to run Pathfinder.
Well, there's that guy that's the ultimate Pathfinder DM that hangs out on our server. We could ask him to do it.
I mean, if people offer, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, I don't mind, but yeah, I don't want to pressure anybody.
I mean, it could be a good promo for his paid games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I got it easy because Peanut has volunteered to do at least 12 hours. Yeah. So you
already got it. Yeah, you already got somebody.
Yeah, I got Peanut on half, so I'll be able to check out. That'll be nice. So
maybe I can ask Anne.
Oh, that'd be kind of no. Well,
Anne doesn't talk a lot.
I mean, sometimes that's the best kind of Pathfinder DM, right? The one that's just So yeah.
So I guess talking about doing this in Pathfinder now. One thing that came up it came up while we were at the party and driving back to the hotel and stuff like that. We were talking about ExtraLife, how to do it in Pathfinder, and it got mentioned on the server too. Is doing level without proficiency.
Okay.
Proficiency without level.
What does that mean?
So instead of how you add your level to everything in Pathfinder?
Yeah.
You just don't add your level anymore.
Mm.
And that means that monsters are not just like a level 15 monster versus somebody. That 15 level difference in numbers is not going to be there. The only difference is going to be their item bonuses, which makes sense for that. So like you can throw out a crazy hard monster and there's still a chance.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like completely impossible. So
And,
that it kind of opens up the monster manual.
Foundry just has that in the settings. Like we can
I think Workbench has it.
Workbench. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Workbench or 2 Belt, one of them has it if it's not built in already.
Nice.
So that just allows us to throw any monster we really kind of want. It doesn't have to. We don't have to worry about balancing the monsters too much. Just as long as they, the number of them makes sense. So it's it feels at least possible. But again, we want it to be kind of impossible, so they spend money.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a quarter muncher. It's got to be a quarter muncher.
Yeah.
And if at least 3 Pathfinder kids don't have an aneurysm, like I don't feel like I've done my job right for this. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to kick this game in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep. But I mean, in that case, we don't. We can make it. A quarter muncher without being an impossible quarter muncher.
Yeah. Okay, that works. It also really opens things up design-wise too.
Mm-hmm.
And it stresses the importance of magic items, right? Because it's a two-way street, right? It applies for the heroes as well. It also means we could give monsters badass items that they could then be looted Diablo style by the players. Or not even Diablo style, like Skyrim style, I guess, because you get what you see kind of thing. I like the idea of just drowning them in loot this time around. Because I feel like loot is handled so much better in Foundry Pathfinder. But I will say that is going to be the absolute hardest part of this prep, is building custom items, spells, and abilities. Like, I feel like we kind of know what we're doing in 5e, but like in Pathfinder, like people are used to things working. And so like when you're making something like yourself, like it's a lot of like opening something that does something similar, copying the code, going over here. Like it's just a lot more. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know like what we're gonna need to, because so many people on the server are new to Pathfinder.
Right.
I don't think we really need to worry about making too many new stuff. We'll just take something and reskin it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And like
if we don't have archetyping allowed, unlocking feats from other classes is like a cool thing to put in a Gashapon orb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we can put
opportunity attack.
I don't know.
Like reactive strike.
Put reactive strike. Just throw it in there. Somebody can get it. Put it on. You can have a magic item that just gives you reactive strike.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It could be just a long sword that gives you reactive strike.
Love it.
I don't know.
So last year we had bloodline abilities as one of the things you could get from Gashapon orb, and then also as something you could get from defeating levels of the dungeon. How did you feel about the bloodline abilities?
So I think it was cool, and it was like something to completing the dungeon.
Yeah.
Because so I had an idea, kind of thinking about that when you were explaining the whole like story behind this about other adventurers going in and getting mind controlled.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just say that if we hid mind controlled people throughout the dungeon, and if you defeat them, you get a feat from them, and that's a bloodline ability.
I like that. On that same note, one of the incentives for chat is that you can donate, send us a link to your Path Builder file, and we will spawn your character in as an adversary against the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be kind of cool. What do you think?
mean, yeah, it sounds kind of cool. I'm trying to like give me a second, let me think about it a bit.
Otherwise, I was gonna grab all of the iconics, throw them onto a table, and then people could pay to spawn like an adventuring party, and then we would spawn like a random party of iconics into the game.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't see why
who doesn't want to kill Ezran the Wizard? You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't want to kill Ezran the Wizard? You know, like.
I mean, I think it can work, but we would probably want to like put like maybe a level per tier. Like if you pay to add your path builder character in here, like because I don't want somebody to just make the craziest level 20.
And here's the exploit. Like I make my character, I give him the best equipment in the world, and then I donate him to the campaign so that my character can get his loot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then since we're not doing level, those people that come in here, they'll have. I mean, they're going to be better at them because they're at the level and be able to expert. And if they spawn a level 20 character, they are definitely going to kill people because they're going to have master skills. Their proficiency is going to be, you still have those trained expert, master, legendary thing. So yeah, those characters are going to be tough to kill.
Wisdom from chat. They're saying that learning a random character from level 1 to 20 on the fly is going to slow down the game. Yeah. So yeah, maybe we have like a window of time before the event, and you can donate ahead of time and submit your character, and then we have it built into the actual adventure.
The thing is, though, is that since it's a character's a lot more complicated than an NPC.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like I kind of want rather have, because before when we did this in 5e, it was people make a monster and send it to us. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I rather have a monster or an NPC rather than another a full-on character.
Yeah, true. Okay. All right.
I mean, maybe beforehand. Because I kind of want to practice making monsters too. Maybe beforehand we have like, hey, I have a monster design. Can you guys make it and put it in here? Or like, and then I wouldn't mind spending like a day or two before the thing, taking people's ideas and making a monster out of it.
Well, that's part of why I wanted to just keep the dungeon somewhat linear this year. You know what I'm saying? So like we just have like these floors, and we know for sure we have these floors, and then we can just start building. Like last year, I feel like it was awesome because everybody was like I wrote like 3 or 4 adventures essentially for ExtraLife last year. Like we ended up doing another 12-hour marathon to use up all the content that we didn't use last year. I don't really think we need to do that this year. Because with the Atrina, right? Like that's the ultimate like control the pace. Because if we put that like right before the end, we could drop it entirely if we're running out of time. We could use it if we're on time, or we could add a shitload of boss encounters back to back in the arena to pad it out to make sure that we do the full 25 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of the perfect solution to timing, just to have like an arena that, hey, it's going to take as little or as much time as we need to pad us out. Yeah. But I think as usual, we're going to have more content than we could ever possibly use. Like,
I mean, I rather have more content than we use rather than less, because if we run out, that's even worse. But I don't think we need to go as hard as we did last time either. But then again, I don't know how fast or how slow this is going to be. I mean, it could go really fast because that's Pathfinder sometimes. Well, it also could go really slow because people are trying to figure out Pathfinder too.
We have, I think, only 6 people signed up so far. I mean, admittedly, it's been up for less. It's been up for like less than 36 hours, but we have 6 people. I would be okay with like 2 groups of 4. I think 2 groups of 4. Would be,
8 to 10 people.
Yeah, I definitely would prefer 2 groups of 4 to 2 groups of 5 for Pathfinder. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, what kind of like cheat mechanics have you been thinking about?
All right, so I was thinking about um, the adding. I think we could do exploding D3s.
Okay.
I think
Exploding
that can work.
D3s.
Yep.
All right.
So kind of how we have the D6s,
Yeah.
but make them D3s.
Wouldn't a D3 explode like a lot though?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, we could do the diminishing returns exploding D3. So if it explodes once, it can explode 3 times maximum essentially.
Or we can make them D6s, but they only count as half the number.
Well, we're also taking away proficiency by level, right? So
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm thinking it's okay for the D with proficiency with level gone. You kind of give it a little bit of a 5e type of sort of scaling thing, and that way we can end up doing the exploding dice, since that's like a classic for Extra Life.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean it's with if we did do that, we don't make them, like before it was $2 per dice, maybe we'll make it $4 per dice or something like that, because the math is so close.
There's ways to get the explosions back in there with just like, we could just have some of the items do exploding damage and stuff like that, The problem with that is you get a weapon with exploding damage, you're probably just going to prioritize that over everything else. But I mean, that's just the nature of gashapon items. Yeah, like
when the person got the Omni Blade,
Right, exactly. Some stuff that I was eyeballing was paying for advantage. Because, I mean, advantage is the best part of 5e to the point that it feels like every other new ability in Pathfinder 2 is giving you advantage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
so how about this? We take it from Dragonbane, where we make it so you can pay for another D20.
Oh, unlimited boons and banes.
Yeah.
You could buy boons and you could buy banes. Oh, and then you could hand those boons and banes out to whoever you want.
Yeah, if you have maybe it's because the D6s was supposed to be cutting words and what we make in boons and banes, and like you could buy a limited a bunch of D20s, and roll with a bunch of.
Is there a way to hijack Pathfinder to let us do that though?
I mean, you press the button and click the D20 button a bunch of times. And
then just mental math it, math it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Since we're not doing proficiency with level, all the numbers are going to be at most 8.
I mean, also we generally are pretty good at adding stuff together. I mean, I did 25 years of D&D without the computer. I think I'll be okay. Yeah. So yeah.
D20s.
I like that. I like that a lot. Buying boons and banes, fantastic. Gashapon orbs, obviously. How did you feel about every 5th Gashapon orb affecting the entire party?
It was great.
It was great.
People loved it.
Do you think we should make it every 7th, or should we keep it as every 5th?
I think 5 is fine.
It is 5 the kids. The kids. Yeah.
And if we're doing teams of 4, then it's more than it's gonna have to be a good extra. Each person.
Looking at chat, let's catch up on chats. Darby says making items is easy, or sorry, not too bad. All right, well, okay. Feats and spells harder. Agreed. I don't mind building things in Foundry for you all. Boring Foundry tasks are good. Busy work from my brain from Broken Nerdy. That's great. Instead of Bloodline, you could do Divine Boons or Aftermath effects. It's kind of cool. And then there's discussion about spawning in characters. Maybe have a summon random creatures table using roll tables. That could be kind of cool. Let's see. What else we got? I feel like there's ways to monetize summons by affecting the probability of what spawns. Maybe.
There's also an option for pay for a loot goblin to show up.
A loot goblin? Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, they got to chase the loot goblin. You've been wanting to get a loot goblin in on a tabletop game in a while. Ever since you saw it. Ever since you saw it in that one actual play.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
That's fine. We could do a loot goblin. That's fine. We'll put the here. We'll do it. We'll do a summon random monster, and we'll put a loot goblin on the summon random monster table.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that seems pretty good. Let's see. Do a tier to the spawns. Okay. I was just gonna have the tables just scale with the party, but we could have like a bronze, silver, and gold like summon table. Like summon like a shitty monster, summon a average monster, and summon a insane monster. Be kind of cool. The problem with that is summoning and fighting a monster takes the same amount of time no matter what. So it just feels like fighting a cool monster would just be cooler, like every time. Yeah. Let's see. You could do a $1 to $1 to +1 circumstance bonus or penalty. No. We're at it's the year 2024. Peanut butter costs $7 a jar. You ain't buying no +1 bonus with $1. That's for damn sure. Yeah. This is for charity. We gotta really stick it to them. I don't even think in the early days of Extra Life you could buy a bonus that cheap. I think it was like $3 for a D6 or something.
The first time it was $2. I remember it was $2.
It was the first year was $2. Yeah, I mean that was a while ago, right? It was 8 years ago. Yeah. So let's see. Loot Goblin good. Every 5 giving it to everyone was good. Yeah. All right. So other things to think about. Red had this idea, and I haven't been able to walk away from it. Buying yourself more Pac-Mans. So escalating Pac-Mans is incredibly appealing. So on your turn, you want a 4th Pac-Man, it's $5. You want a 5th Pac-Man, it's $10. You want a 6th Pac-Man, it's $20. Like, but it gives you technically, you could like buy as many as you want. We could just make them $5 a piece, but I do like the idea that they cost more and more money the more you want to use in the same turn. You know what I'm saying?
I think in the same turn. In the same turn it should escalate.
I don't know if it should double every time, but there should definitely be like an escalating cost.
I mean, make it map.
Make it, well then it is yeah. But I'm saying like, so if on my turn, I know I want to have 6 actions, am I about to spend $35 to get 3 extra Pac-Man that turn?
5, 10, and then 20. Yeah, 30, that'll be 35 bucks.
$35 to have a turn with a double turn, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo, that's pricey. That's
you know what? Just that 2 extra Pac-Man is only 15.
That's true. 2 extra Pac-Mans only 15. Don't be greedy. That's all. Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
Man,
unless you really need to.
What if you just dropped straight up like 50? If you dropped $50, could you have, I don't know, a super turn?
I mean, you
have 7 Pac-Man in a turn? $50?
I mean, 50 would be 3 Pac-Man, and you have some money in your bank.
Yeah, damn. Man. Okay.
I mean, we also want people to have their turns and play. So.
Oh yeah, we don't want one person taking like super long 5e turns every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the extra Pac-Mans, but I don't want the extra Pac-Mans to be so affordable that they're happening all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind, everybody gets a 4th pack, like, because they're paying, $5 every turn.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, sure.
Get an extra Pac-Man every turn. It's quicken.
Yeah.
It's like being haste.
What are we thinking for the big ticket item? Let me bring up the menu from last year.
So there was one of the menus was crit.
Oh yeah, auto crits. Auto crit things.
So I was trying to think of how we could do that, because the thing with Pathfinder is that crits are crazy. In Pathfinder, they can
we should definitely be using some kind of crit deck or table or. Wait, this is really old. This is Paradise Vale Crusade for Extra Life from the year, I don't even remember what year that was, 2018? Oh my god, let me try again. Hold on. Alright. Let's see. Menu.
It was
2020.
make my monster grow.
2022 menu. 2023 Extra Life player primer.
It was explode.
Ah, here we go. Ah. Eh.
We should have a thing called fertilizer. Large.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, players and DMs, instant inspiration and cutting words, locked and loaded. You gain a crit token, $15 for a crit token. You thinking crit tokens should be more expensive this year since Pathfinder crits are bananas?
I mean, 15 is not bad.
I mean, it's addictive. 15 is enough that when the spirit of charity is upon you, you're like, I'll pay 15 to crit.
Yeah.
Conti got me good, man. He was only charging $10 for crits in his Warcraft game. I want to say 3 years ago, and I was buying them like candy, bro. Because I had like a build where I rolled like 400 dice or something if I crit, so it was like a big deal. A random 10th level spell goes off on the battlefield.
That'd be good.
That's pretty good. All right, let me make a copy of this real quick. Make a copy. 2024 primer. All right.
$10 per gachapon. I mean, that could stay the same, I guess.
Wow, was it really $10 a gachapon? That's incredible. Dang. All right. So, some ideas that were being thrown out here. Random level 10 spell. Random monster summoning table. And that's going to include Loot Goblin, right?
Yeah.
Or do we want Loot Goblin to be its own thing?
I feel like having people, having people watching and stuff like that. Anyone pay money to have a monster spawn, and then it's a chance to Loot Goblin.
Okay, what about hero points? Can you buy hero points? Hero points give you rerolls. They prevent you from dying. Or are we going to say there's no hero points?
I think so. Last time we had the Death Ward.
Yeah.
Hero points is pretty much now the new Death Ward. So what was the Death Ward cost?
Let's see. Yeah, let's read over last year's before we do any more for this year. All right, so we got instant inspiration, cutting words, locked and loaded for the crit. We got a gift from heaven. Pick a game, red or blue, an unopened gashapon appears on the map. We probably need like clearer rules for how this happens. How I did it, I don't know how Will was doing it. I think we were doing it the same way. I like mentally, like I zoomed out and I just gridded the map into like either 9 or 12 squares, and then I rolled a d20, an appropriate die, and then I just put it in the quadrant. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh yeah, there's nine places it could be. And I rolled a d9, and I'm like, oh, it's number 5, so it's right in the middle.
I think Will made the dragon puke it up.
Oh, that's cute. So it would come out of the dragon every time.
Where the dragon was at the time.
I thought
the dragon wasn't near.
I thought having the dragon would be really cool, but then it was a great example of like not playtesting something, because the dragons kept dying, and then the party was like afraid to be anywhere near the dragons because people kept blowing them up, which we will have to cover that, because I mean, fruit could blow up, you know what I'm saying? Fruit Ninja, you know what I'm saying? So,
in this case, instead of we make that when people blow up, they do Bomberman like lines.
Oh, that would be hilarious because it's so grid based. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Activate your trap card. Pick red or blue. Every time a PC starts a turn, they roll to see if they still have a trap. I think we just skipped that, and it was just like the trap goes off. I thought the traps were kind of cool. There were some real nasty traps too. Like
I don't think people bought. Not many people bought traps for blue.
Oh, really? People were buying a lot of traps for red. I think people understood that, like, if you were really trying to fuck everybody over, like, traps was the best value. That was the best value if you wanted to screw people over, because they were nasty. Double trapped, you trap both games. Fated minion, there you go, $10. So hero point $10.
Yeah.
Now, would a hero point allow you to re-roll all of the dice that you rolled? That seems crazy. So if I had a roll that I had 7 boons on, and then I used a hero point, I get to re-roll all 7 dice?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, I don't know why I would ever just pay for a critical hit when I could just hedge my bets like that. But then, I don't know. Last week in Tales from the Loop, I watched Leah roll 18 6-sided dice and not get a single 6 on 18 dice. So, I mean, it happens. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're fighting something so strong you just can't get a crit on it without cheating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Detonate a kobold. I mean, 2 years in a row, people have been coming for this blowing up a kobold. $20 to blow up a kobold, and they're doing it left and right, hand over fist, money for charity. We gotta blow up the fruit. We gotta blow up the fruit. All right. So what should we call it? Cherry bomb? Like,
I think cherry bomb is
cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb work. Yeah.
Okay. We could also have a monster called the juicer, and like the juicer just shows up, juices you, and leaves. But when he juices you, it goes in like a cross formation, like Bomberman. And then if that juice hits another Leshy, that Leshy explodes. Then they have to constantly be finishing their turns so that they're not in a straight line from any other Leshy. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Alright, let's see. The juicer. Bomberman style contagious explosions. Wow. Alright. I don't... Besting Cherry Bomb? Cherry Bomb is pretty good, though. Yeah. Okay, so then we got Fireball, Fireball. You cause a random kobold in both games to explode. That's a fine value. It's a fine value.
Mm-hmm.
40. Make my monster grow. I think this was the star of the show last year, was make my monster grow.
You know what you can do? You know, remember that Wild Magic God mode monster?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Go.
Instead of making it grow, you just
make it grow too.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, when you're big in Pathfinder, you know, a lot of things go bad for you too.
All right, so +5 status to everything, and increase size × 3. I think that works.
Turn Colossus size. That's the actual size of Pathfinder.
How big is Colossus?
I think it's minimum 5 by 5.
Oh my god. What if you are 5 by 5?
All right, I guess you're 10 by 10 now.
Oh my goodness. All right. If already 5 by 5, go 10 by 10. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. All right, and then we got Meteor Swarm. Pick a side, red or blue. You blow up all kobolds in that game. Whew. Whew. All right. I mean, that works for me. That works for me. Maybe that'll be the juicer. The single blow up will be like Cherry Bomb, and then the juicer could be okay. See, Penny Arcade, they had a character a long time ago. I don't think he's around anymore. Called called the Fruit Fucker. I don't know if you remember the Fruit Fucker.
No.
So Penny Arcade, they used to be a lot.
Penny Arcade, but yeah, I
they used to be a lot more irreverent than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this character called the Fruit Fucker 2000, and listen, you could buy a stuffed animal of this guy at one point. Okay, it was a different internet back then. All right. But I guess they got in trouble for making like a bunch of rape jokes in one of their comics, and then like they came under like hard scrutiny for like, are they going to survive in this new woke world? And then people were like, what's the deal with this fruit fucker? Does he get consent from the fruit first? And then I think they kind of retired the fruit fucker after that. But I feel like this is who would show up if you donated $50 and he would kill all the Leshies.
I was gonna say maybe because we want, people are saying they want to like spawn monsters in.
Yeah.
And then we have to spawn the Tarask.
Yeah.
Before. So I mean, why don't we spawn the Juicer?
I mean, that works for me.
He goes around and he uses juice.
Yeah.
As his ability.
Oh, and if he hits you with the juice, you explode, just like a Bomberman. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm into it. All right.
Like I feel like it should be the what's his name? The Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah, the glass golem.
Glass golem. He just busts through a wall in the middle of the dungeon, and then finds one person and smashes them with like one fist, and then they explode into the pattern.
Beautiful. All right. And
so when he busts through a wall, we make it be an actual bust through the wall of the dungeon, so that maybe they could, if they survive, it's a shortcut maybe.
It's a shortcut. They can just leave the dungeon if they want. They can be like, you know what, I'm done here.
Or maybe they can pass a room. They make it to a room or something like that.
All right.
Or who knows? Maybe that room's a trap. Never know.
Oh yeah. Summon a homicidal juice golem. All right. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. I'm into it. So we change this to Cherry Bomb. All right. Nice. Okay. I think this is pretty good. So traps in Pathfinder are pretty nasty. Traps, hazards, hazards, and haunts, right?
Monsters. Yeah, they're full on monsters sometimes.
Yeah, so we just got to collect some really good traps. That's fine.
Who knows? I mean, that one from Strength Thousands could be a pretty good one.
I mean, I am constantly surprised by the haunts in the game. They're somehow incredibly easy if you know what to do and have the right skills, or they are the worst thing you've ever faced in the campaign.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 tiers of traps. Higher price one being complex hazards that enter initiative. True.
I mean, yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh man, a complex
the juice golem isn't mind controlled. He just really wants juice.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, he's just got to have abilities that like one shot you. Like he just dunks on you like juice. One hit, boom, you just explode.
Yeah, juice. Yeah, he has juice. That's his ability, juice.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ursa Prime. Appreciate it. All right, this is looking pretty good. All right, what else do we need? I think that's pretty good. Let's run back through it. A random 10th level spell. Random monster summoning that could spawn a loot golem. Unlimited boons per roll, unlimited banes per roll. And however many boons or banes that you roll, when you re-roll, you get to re-roll all the dice.
And remember, hero points is one time.
We should write a macro though. You know what I'm saying? Like a macro where like you go to you tell it, hey, I'm rolling with some boons or banes or whatever, and then it says no problem, homie. What's your modifier? And then you tell it the modifier, and then it'll spit out the highest number for you or the lowest number.
Yeah, we could put a buff on somebody, and then when they open up like the attack button, there's like another box there that's like, is this on? And then you put a number in, and maybe it's a bunch of boons. You put the number in, and it's like, at many d20s keep highest.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be too hard to do. All right, so then going on here, instant inspiration and cutting words with $3 a piece. You feeling that for boons and banes? $3 a piece? Or you want to get more price?
I think $3 is. I mean, maybe 4.
Maybe $4 each. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hero points at 10 still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, hero points can be used for all the things that hero points are used for.
Yep.
Okay. Are we gonna
And
have? Are we gonna
still,
have?
It still works the same way too. Like if you need to use it to survive,
Okay.
that's all your hero points.
Oh, true. Is there gonna be a cap of only 3 hero points at a time, or no cap? It feels like a trap to let people get more than 3 at a time.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like
they could have like I have like 10 hero points. Juice Golem shows up.
Yeah, I feel like yeah. Well, here's the thing: can a hero point save you from getting juiced?
I mean, we had explosions. We had your minions save you from exploding.
Okay. So
it's all your hero points.
All you need to survive is burning all your hero points. Okay. So we're gonna put no limit.
People are just gonna make just keep one at a time, right?
Yeah.
As soon as they lose that hero point, they're gonna buy another one.
Buyer beware. Yeah.
Which is I think that's fine. Like we could make it unlimited, but what people will do is just every time they're out of hero points, they'll buy one.
Fair. All right.
And that means there's a constant stream of hero points.
Now here's something to remember. Just because you survived being juiced doesn't mean you didn't get juiced. So like there's still a chance that everyone else is going to get juiced off of you getting juiced. Yeah. Okay.
When he hits you, he does the thing. It doesn't matter whether you lived or died.
All right. So, and then we got Pac-Mans. Each round first extra is 5, second extra is 10, third extra is 20. There's no way we'd allow a fourth extra for 40, right? That's crazy talk. Nobody would drop, let me do the math here, $75 just to take 7 actions in a turn, right?
No, I wouldn't want them to.
Yeah.
I'd rather use that money on something else.
Yeah, we'll cap it at 20. Okay. All right, let's see. And then going down here, Gift from Heaven can stay.
I mean,
yeah.
A person can cast 2 spells if they spend $15.
That's true. Now there is a homebrew section down here. What sort of homebrew are we thinking for the old pathfinding? You said no level proficiency bonus?
Yeah, proficiency without level. That's what it's called.
Proficiency without level. Alright, restricted classes. No free archetype. All players must build 3 characters in Path Builder. All the way to 20 before game day. Alright. For that, I feel like we might want ask for volunteers to make some Leshy characters for people that don't know what they're doing, or get drafted last minute. Okay, ask community.
Are we having? Is your friend from work gonna?
Yeah, he's coming back. He is coming back. Yeah, Seth is coming back for another year in another system he doesn't know how to play. Good times. All right. Leshies 1 to 20. Oh, I got a supplement today. Let me grab the supplement. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? I thought I got it. Steel
I need
Series.
to make.
What do you need to make?
I'm trying to think how I can make Magibold, but as a as a Leshy.
Well, Wild Mage, right?
I mean, yeah. Well, it'll be. But Magical was a multi-class of all casters.
Oh.
So since we're not doing free archetype, but we can still use regular class archetypes. Get the archetypes by giving up class feats. So we'll see.
Well, let's see. I mean, definitely make him an eggplant, so like he could he'd have like a mouth at the one end of the eggplant. You know what I'm saying? Like like a kobold head. Damn, I really thought I picked this up. I hope it's not just sitting in my cart at drive-thru. That's gonna be embarrassing. Anyways, 2 years ago, a couple did a Kickstarter for a Leshy source book for Pathfinder 2e. It has extra stuff for Leshies, and it has 60 Leshy-based monsters with tokens. And it's all set up for Founder of ETT, so I'm picking that up as well. So we're gonna have that. So we're gonna put Leshy homebrew. All right. Action economy, we don't need to worry about that. Changes to dice, we don't really need to worry about that, because crits are kind of beast mode already in the system. Changes to skills, we don't really have to change any of that. Changes to spells, we don't have to change that. There was a suggestion that spells, we ignore the incapacitate tag. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that would just lead to like cheese mechanics. It would turn into like a Larian game at that point. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with Larian games, but
I mean, since we're not doing proficiency, I guess the thing here is that since we're doing proficiency without level, that means when we throw like a level, we can throw like a level 15, a level 5 monster at a bunch of level 1s, but he's always gonna, even if they, they're always, because of the level thing, they're always going to get a better thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I guess in that sense, it makes sense. But then also, I'm like, thing with those,
is the incap trait even relevant? Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess we'll find out. I don't feel like we need to do anything special for it, though.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything special for it. I mean, it's going to trigger because the monster's levels are still there. Like, if you're level 3 and we're throwing a level, 5 monster at you, even if they doesn't have their level to the proficiency bonus, if they succeed, they're going to get a crit success because they incap. That's how it works.
Oh, unlimited attunement slots. What do they call them in this? Not attunement, it's
investment.
Investment.
You can have up to 10 things normally.
All right, so we'll just have unlimited investment slots. Okay, it's kind of neat that we don't need a lot of homebrew for this.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's check chat real quick. Wait, Darby, what was too low? What was too cheap last year? Tell us what was too cheap. I need to know. 0 is worse than dying in this. If you die, you just respawn. That's fair. People should have to try to understand their characters before game. You could mostly wing it in 5e. I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you come in here and you don't know what you're doing, and as long as you're having fun.
Yeah. I mean,
and then when you die, you make a new character. We throw a new character out there.
Yeah, with enough money, everything's possible. Dire Fruit Bat. Oh, I like Dire Fruit Bat. All right, we're gonna add that to the summon monster table. Let's go back up.
Oh no, we're not doing the. I don't think we're doing the cuts on the. We're doing Banes and Boons for $4. We're not doing. I don't think we're doing the cutting dice anymore, right? The D6s and D3s.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what Darby was saying.
Darby, do you think they should be $5 a piece for Boons and Banes? I think they should be $5. I mean.
$5?
Yeah, I think it should just be $5 a piece.
Yeah, we can do 5.
Yeah. Let's see. So then we're getting rid of these guys. Crit's staying at 15. Let's see. You gain a crit token. You can spend this token to make any successful hit a crit. I almost feel like 20 for a 20 feels right, because crits are so clutch.
Yeah, it's really strong in here.
Yeah, in Pathfinder. Alright. Alright, that seems pretty good. Now the random level 10 spell, it should be randomize all elements of the spell. Targets, point of origin, etc.
Let me just see what level 10 spells are out here.
Dude, one of them summon kaiju.
Yeah.
It's literally like a kaiju shows up.
The incarnate spells are also pretty cool.
Yeah, they're
you, like summon something.
Yeah,
like
they're
a war
bonkers.
band of dragons come in, do something, and then they do something and leave. That's the spell.
$5 bill. That sounds good. What is a boon bane? Advantage, stacking advantage disadvantage. Yep. All right. Wait. Here's the thing. Here, to honor Pathfinder. If you are using boons and banes on a roll, technically you can't reroll because they're fortune or misfortune effects, right?
I mean, if we make them fortune and misfortune effects, yeah.
I mean, it speed things up to not be able to reroll stuff all the time.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. But being able to reroll, here's the problem with hero points. People are going to want to buy them constantly if they can use them for rerolls, because you're only going to want to have one on you at a time in case you get blown up. But if you use it to reroll, you're going to immediately want to buy another one. But we can't keep pausing the game so someone can rebuy thing. There have to be like spots during the game where you can buy more stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, when we were playing, it was always like that. Like, hey, banker, your assistant GM, I'm buying a thing, and then we mark it off.
Yeah, but when fights got heated, people would buy stuff in the middle of fights, which is cool too. But we need to kind of have, I think, with hero points, we need to kind of have like, you can't buy hero points in combat, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in initiative, you cannot purchase hero points. So you have to make a decision how many hero points you want to carry into a fight.
When you roll initiative, how many hero points you have?
Yeah, there you go. Can only be purchased when you roll initiative. Oh, that's stressful, dude. That's just writing that's stressful. Woof. That means if people want to blow you up, they just wait till you're out of initiative to blow you up.
Hopefully you have some hero points left over
from the fight. Damn. Can someone be put on a cooldown if they get blown up? Or like, what if there's somebody that just is getting targeted? Like, we have.
That's ExtraLife.
That's true. Man.
Like, you have family members coming in and be like, "Hey, blow up my son," or like blow up my brother, or like,
Damn.
I'm pretty sure Lex got targeted a couple times.
Yeah. All right, I'm into that. I like the idea that you can have as many hero points as you want, but they can only be purchased when you roll initiative. Whoo. Man. Okay. Let's see. Darby says checkpoints. Checkpoints would be good too. We could do only purchase when you roll initiative or at checkpoints. Or at checkpoints.
I mean, like before, when they go back to town.
Yeah.
Daily prep, you can buy hero points.
Yeah, so I have this, like, there's this really great Zapiku map called the Fey Tavern, and I was gonna just use that as like this extra dimensional space in between. Yeah, like in between levels.
Wherever they can daily prep, that's where they can buy hero points there too.
Nice. So no daily prep in a floor though, right? You have to make it through a floor without using a daily prep. Got it. All right.
And they can sit down and find a place to hide and do healer mini games.
Yeah.
Getting back, spells and stuff like that you're gonna have to finish the floor.
Butlerlog says, "What is the purpose of having more than one hero point when boons are right there?" Fair. If if we allow hero points to re-roll a boon roll, then there's going to be a temptation to have hero points. Yeah. Because
the boons are not a misfortune fortune effect. They are just adding extra d20s.
Yeah. So
and you pick the highest. And then if you still did not get what you want there, you can re-roll all those d20s again with the hero point once.
There we go. We will clearly say this is not a fortune misfortune effect. So then you're like, shit, if I rolled 7 dice and I didn't do it, I could spend a hero point to re-roll it. Oh man. Yeah. If you can re-roll boons, then I could see wanting many hero points. Otherwise, you don't say, yeah. We have to have the temptation to have more than 1 hero point at a time. That's rough. That's rough. Okay. Also, well, you can add a boon or a bane to anything. So yeah. I was gonna say,
like they could tell them, they can say, oh, that monster's about to attack me. I need, I want to put a bane on him.
Yeah, fair. Okay. All right. I think this is.
I will say though, they have to, you it's for the attack for the role that you're paying it for. So you need to say like, okay, this person's about to attack me. I want to throw 3 banes on him.
Before the roll is made. Before the rolls are made. Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to commit.
Must be declared before roll is made. All right. Yeah, because you can't just keep adding another and another and another. Like, you have to build your dice pool before you roll, essentially.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Nice. I think we're good. I think we're in a good place. Now we just gotta diligently stick to this and grind it out. I'll work on the gashapons. I'm gonna have 10 of the 100 gashapons be team swaps, because I think team swaps was like the spiciest thing that happened last year.
Yeah.
I have a core memory. I can barely remember things that happened in ExtraLife, but I have a core memory of Leah going over to the other group and spying on them.
So that was like clairvoyance or something.
Yeah,
like
like astral projection or something. Like yeah. And they were so upset. And they were so upset. And I bottled those tears, and I just drink a little bit of them every now and then to sustain me. So like that was a good one. So yeah, I definitely want to have like a decent amount of like team swaps.
Meta gachapons.
Yeah, meta gachapons for sure. So what did you think about like the sabotage ones, where you could go and take stats from people and stuff, like some Mario Party shit? I was kind of into it. I don't know. I thought it was I was against it at first, but I think it really added some some spice. It added some spice.
I feel like we should make it just so that it's less feels bad. When you trigger it, you go over there and you guys have to have a roll off.
Okay, I could see that. Like a roll off to This way, it's not, they try to do it, but you had a chance to not lose the cool thing that you spent your kids' money on. Item steal might be better than stat stealing. That's true. Item stealing could be better than stat
That's what I'm
stealing.
saying. It'll be definitely items, because before it was more like stealing gachapons.
Oh, leveling is the last thing I wanted to discuss, and then we gotta stop because we're at time. But leveling would be I just want it to be like just a static milestone leveling. Like as they move through the content, they level up. You know what I'm saying?
So are we trying to get up to level 20 in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we design all the content, and then we look at where we would level them up essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means we're gonna have to do at least like a level per
encounter,
hour and a half or something. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because like if we're trying to get from 1 to 20,
we could just do that. We could just level them every hour,
and then they'll have 5 hours of being at 20.
Well, you gotta think there's gonna be breaks and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah. So I'd say like every
you just level up.
ish. Yeah, like we just boop. Like even if it's in the middle of a fight, everybody stops. Everybody levels up.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a mod where you can like level up monsters and stuff like on the fly. It'd be kind of it'd be pretty.
Right click on them
perfect.
And just level up. Yeah, right click on the actor in the actor tab and hit right and level up, and it runs a macro. It's not perfect, but it's really good.
Yeah, we should do that. Like when everyone levels up, everyone levels up. Like we just go through and like if it's in the middle of the fight, everyone's down one level higher.
Easiest way to do that is just elite everybody when they level up. In that fight.
Beautiful. Love that. Yeah. Oh man. So leveling up in the middle of a fight is actually kind of rough because all of a sudden everything turned elite on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like we'll say it like the like lore behind it is that when you guys leveled up, the power of the level is spread out throughout the room that you're in, and everybody got it. It was free reign.
Love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The question in
the
chat
gods that are helping you are throwing you a boon.
New features like spells come online immediately or only at next rest.
I mean, it's ExtraLife. Let them get the spells. I don't care. If they got a new spell tier and they learned some new spells and those spell slots are now fresh and now new. I mean,
yeah. I like that.
Put it in there. Yeah.
All right, and then the last thing is if we have two teams and we have two patron deities, there's going to be Plant Mommy and there's going to be Edgelord Elf. Who do you want to be? You want to be Plant Mommy or do you want to be Edgelord Elf? Who do you want to be?
I've never been an edgelord, so
okay.
I'll try that.
You're gonna be the edgelord? All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I've been a plant mom before, so I've already done that.
Fair enough. Oh man. Whew. I'm excited.
Usually, it's gonna be Lutheria. I feel like.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, wow, it's like green Lutheria. Okay, that's cool. It'll be fun. Okay, well then I think we are in a good place. Hopefully we can get at least 8 people signed up for this bad boy, and they actually show up, and it's not a total disaster. So nice. I would say for now, since like we're using the proficiency without levels or levels without proficiency or whatever, like we're a lot more open to like what we can design and add and that kind of thing. And then if we're leveling monsters with workbench and stuff like that, that also gives us more freedom for stuff. So if you have an idea for like a layer of the tree that you're really like excited about and you want to do,
I had 2 ideas.
All right, so you work on those 2 ideas. I'll work on 2 ideas. We'll see where we're at, and then we'll just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if Will wants to make one, we get Will to make one, and we'll see what's going on.
Maybe Will play this year.
Maybe Will will play this year. Because I don't know if Red's gonna play this year. Like I asked him if he was gonna play. He's not sure. Yeah. So it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out. You're gonna get sick. Yeah.
I mean, also this is gonna be 25 hours of Pathfinder. We'll see how that goes. I guess the benefit from this is that at the point where I don't have to think anymore, I'll just trust the system.
Just trust the system.
Yeah, but we'll see.
All right. Wait a minute. I'm seeing in chat. Be fun if the level up full heals you. The Warcraft level up save you in the middle of a fight.
The Warcraft level up sound.
Oh,
but hey,
man.
all the monsters get it. What about all the monsters get it too?
Oh yeah, if they level up, all the monsters heal up too. That's a great idea, guys. Oh my god, this is fantastic. I love it. Perfect. Could you imagine playing WoW and you're about to kill a monster and then you hear the level up sound, but it's not you, and then the monster has all of itself again? What a great idea, Josh. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you know what? That sound should play for the make your monster grow.
Man.
Either that or the bloodlust sound from World of Warcraft when he casts bloodlust.
Beautiful. All right, I'm very excited. Oh, and we have so many more toys to play with in Foundry too. So like when we do the Make My Monster Grow, we could like do the splash you know, of like Rita Repulsa, and then it just says "Make my monster grow" is like her name. It says "Make my monster grow," and then it goes across the screen. Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be good stuff.
Yep.
Oh man. So you really gonna time them? You gotta time them fights. Could you imagine you're in a fight? You're like, we gotta beat this boss in the next 4 minutes. If we don't beat this boss in the next 4 minutes, that boss bar gonna fill all the way back up. Oh my god, that's awesome.
But there's gonna be times where like, hey man, it's 4 minutes until we go into that next room. Let's hang on roleplay for a bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't start a fight right before the hour starts. Don't start a fight. Oh man. Monsters get to be on their last leg twice. Love it. Oh my god. Alright.
Oh my god. I just thought of a monster now. The last leg.
The last leg? It's just a leg? Is just step on you? Oh man. It's like it's got like wine stains on the foot because it, you know, that's because it steps on grapes a lot. If someone's playing as a grape leshy, they're just fucked. Like that's it. So oh my god. Alright. I gotta go to date night. So I hope you have a good night, man. And I'm very excited about Extra Life this year. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. And I hope we make a lot of money for charity. So thank you everybody who hung out in chat and contributed ideas. And if you want to play, message me so we can get you signed up. And if you want to help build, let me know. And we will have plenty of things to do this year because Pathfinder is it's very prep intensive. It's very prep intensive. All right, later everybody.